Just before this video begins, I just want to thank everyone who's donated recently. It really surprises me how kind you guys are. Also, if you want to get more involved, you can join my Discord server. It's probably the best way to talk to me or other people who like TF2. The link will be in the description. Everybody knows there's 9 classes in TF2, each of which have different mechanics, playstyles and looks, making each class appeal to a lot of different people. But with TF2 having so many different items for each character, these playstyles and mechanics for each class can easily change. So today we're going to be looking at the subclasses in TF2. Okay, we're going to get some obvious ones out of the way first. So we're going to go with the trolley. Now for those that don't know, the trolley loadout consists of the rocket jumper, the market gardener and the man treads, and probably some Muzog or Nate Fox hats. What normies, am I right? So what the trolley does is rocket jump around as much as they want because they have the rocket jumper and can't take damage, and try and market garden people all around the map. These tend to be people who don't really take the game seriously, considering they're just using a melee weapon, but also tend to be very good at the game, more specifically Soldier if they can rocket jump that well. You'll probably find these on King of the Hill maps where all the players are concentrated, or on Doomsday or High Tower. Especially if you're new to the game, these plays are really hard to kill and can be very annoying, but they can be easily countered, so you just need to know what you're doing. This one's the binder or the tryhard. These guys usually use the scout or the sniper with the bruiser's bandana or other douchebag hats. Every single time they get a kill, they'll spam the chat with Lenny face keybinds and "Lol wrecked, you're bad." These guys are genuinely okay. They've played the game for long enough so they can beat people, which is why they're so confident, but most likely use weapons like the Force of Nature and the Black Box, so they're normally not as good as they think they are. The pyro. These pyros use any flamethrower, but have to use the Neon Annihilator or the Homewrecker to remove sappers from their engineer's sentries. These pyros protect the sentry nests from spies trying to sap the sentries by spy checking, or reflecting projectiles such as rockets. These guys seem to be really nice and know a lot about the game, which is a shame because you don't really normally find them on casual servers and only on competitive when they're there specifically to help the engineer in the first place. In my opinion, this is the best type of pyro. One of the worst pyros though is the airblast pyro. These guys will not use the flamethrower except for airblasting. They'll reflect every single projectile and rocket you fire at them. Every single one. They'll hit every single one. You have no chance. You're gonna die. You're gonna...
You have to get this one.
Okay, that's good enough. Honestly though, these pyros obviously have a lot of skill, but they can just be extremely annoying. Speaking of more annoying pyros, the WM1 pyros. Normally equipped with a back burner or the phlogistonator, they just start running at you and don't stop holding down fire. Or mouse 1, hence the name W, which moves you forward, and M1, mouse 1, fire. If you don't really know what you're doing and are kind of new to TF2, there's no way that you can counter this, so I really feel sorry for the new players. But what's more annoying is, the pyros doing it don't know how annoying it is and don't know what's wrong with it, and they're usually quite oblivious. They probably don't even know you can airblast on the gun yet. The eye taunt after every kill sniper. They sit at the back of the map, always, and every time they kill you, they'll do the wave taunt just to annoy you. I mean, they're not even engaged in the real battle, they're just sitting there at the back. I don't know how they find it fun, and I don't know anyone who actually does it. Okay, I do know it can be tactical, but I'm talking about the ones that use the Machina or the Classic and just sit at the back of the map the whole time, even if their team needs them. But that's okay, because there's another subclass to counter these. The Taunt Killer Sniper Remover. Like the Trojans, they don't really take the game too seriously, so they like flanking behind these snipers that don't move and trying to taunt kill them. These guys are usually demos or soldiers that can use the sticky jumper or the rocket launcher to rocket jump behind them without them seeing, or the spies so they can cloak behind them, making it easier to taunt kill them. I love these guys and I did it a lot myself, as you can see in this video. Mostly because I really don't like those snipers that hide at the back. The Fat Scout. This is a heavy who just uses their shotgun and not the medigun, usually the family business. This can be either a really experienced player who doesn't even need to use the minigun because that's how good they are, or an extremely new player who's trying to get the achievement to get a certain amount of kills with the heavy shotgun. These are kind of like pre-evolved friendlies, or hoovies, which we'll be talking about in the next episode. These guys are normally on the misc game types because they don't know where to go in the menu, so they probably end up on Doomsday or Pastime. The Battle Medic. An Array 7 enthusiast who, when his pocket dies, takes out the Crusader's crossbow and the bone saw and crits every single shot that they land, gain an uber charge with the uber saw, and run off into the sunset, waiting for their soldier to respawn again. I really admire these medics, because they obviously have the skill to stay alive by themselves, but they still choose to play support class to help the team, which is why I used to main medic in 6s. The Camper Spy. This spy uses the dead ringer, so it can be cloaked forever, and waits outside the enemy spawn for any enemies to come out. This is a really cheap way of playing spy, and usually ends out less effective than if they were just running around getting normal backstabs. This is usually someone who's new to the game or doesn't have a lot of skill yet, as they'd rather just wait in silence for a cheap kill rather than actually challenging someone, which I guess you're forced to do if you're going against a steep learning curve of TF2. The Demo Pan. As you can tell by the name, this demo only uses the pan, and maybe the shield and Alibaba's wee booties. This demo usually always spams all the voice lines and taunts a lot, as if they're friendly, but then when they're challenged, they'll just charge into the person and you usually get a crit at the end of their charge, if not just a random crit. That's it for part 1. Part 2 will be about the friendly subclasses like the Hoovy, and should be out soon, so subscribe if you're new. In the meantime, you can check out 10 things you didn't know you could do in TF2, and how you can get better at TF2 instantly. Thanks again for watching, I'm really enjoying making these videos again, and I'll see you next time.
I miss the old Kanye, straight from the gold Kanye, chop up the soul Kanye, set on his goals Kanye, I hate the new Kanye.